Test it then. It's yours truly, Maddness KMA, back once again with another exclusive for the Garage Report in Season 3. I'm a bit under the weather this week, so this week you're getting the voiceover version featuring the words and voice of New York City legend DJ Disciple. DJ producer speaks on his backstory of Keep On Movin, the UK smash as well that crossed the waters that became more of an influence in the house and garage scene in the UK. And like I always do, to hear from the producers themselves to tell the story of how that project came about. Who was on the vocals? How long did it take you to make the tune? What about the sounds and the influences that were used? We'll find out next with the voice of the man himself.
This is DJ Disciple, and you're watching The Garage Report with Maddness KMA.
Before UK Garage took over the airwaves, the sound was brewing on both sides of the Atlantic. One of the New York DJs tracked Help Light the Spark with DJ Disciple's Keep On Movin.
Hey, this is DJ Disciple from New York, and you're watching The Garage Report. So, a little story about Keep On Movin. Basically, in 1994, I was working out of State 51 Studios. It's the same studio that Ashley Beadle and Tuff Jam worked out of in the east side of London. And on my SP1200, the engineer Peter Hurst at the time was telling me about singers that he had and that could come down for sessions. They were session singers. One of them was the famous Angie Brown. And she sang that infamous song that was a UK hit, I'm Gonna Get You. So she came down and we did some ad-libbing, and one of the ad-libs that was picked up was Keep On Movin. Now, she didn't want to be called Angie Brown, so we called her Brown Girl. And I was doing this EP for J.P. Furman, who was part of Interstate Records. And it was an EP that was like 4 tracks, and I would put it together in about a day or two. Cost me about 250 pounds to rent the studio. So I bring my SP1200 with sounds that I had gotten from people that I swapped with, and that were good friends of mine. And so I was working with Smack Productions. I was going to Roger Sanchez's house all the time, seeing Masters at Work, Louis Vega, Kenny Dope. And so I was very, very instrumental in the UK at that time because I was the first one really pushing Todd Edwards sound. And I was working straight out of Smack Productions camp. I was good friends with Tommy Musto and Victor Seminelli. All of these people were certain players that were heavy on the UK garage scene. And so by first introducing Todd Edwards to the UK and playing him on the radio here in New York and exposing that sound, I was able to shuffle up some great drums, and Keep On Movin was born. We did the track in like maybe 15, 20 minutes as far as me and Angie's concerned. It took me and Peter Hurst, who was engineering at that time, it just took about 4 or 5 hours. It was really, really a simple track. And I didn't know it had blown up, actually. I didn't know that it had taken off the way that it did. But once the garage boys like Tuff Jam got their hands on it, they started crushing it. And so I wrote a book about this in 2023 called The Beat, The Scene, The Sound, The Rise, Fall, and Rebirth of House Music in New York City. And you can read that book where I talk about my UK garage experience. And I'm the only American DJ that really talks about the UK garage in that way, which includes DJ Spoonie and the legendary clubs like the Gas Clubs, Twice as Nice, all of the UK clubs that were going strong, especially the Arches. So I was there from the very start as far as the participation and being included. So I didn't know that it had caught on until maybe 6 months after. I started going to the record shops and the record started selling like crazy. And it just hit on me like, what? That record really took off? I said, yeah. People were like, yeah. So Omar Adamira is the first person that really helped me to get into other UK garage clubs. And he was part of R.I.P. And the rest is history. I think that people that know the story behind Double 99, when Tim Deluxe used the same drum samples that I used for my SP1200 for that track. But Keep On Movin', I can just tell you without a shot of a doubt, was an influential tune, and I'm really, really grateful for all the DJs from the UK that broke that record, including the Spoonies, the Tuff Jams, the MCs that embraced it. And to this day, I still love playing UK Garage, and I still love playing in the scene. It's an amazing scene, and I fully embrace it until this day. I've worked with Jerry Sylvester, who was also in the book, and I would say to everyone, get this book, The Beat, The Scene, The Sound, The Rise, Fall, and Rebirth of House Music in New York City, because it is an inclusive tale about what really happened when I went over to the UK and how the UK garage sound changed my musical DNA.
I know it went hand in hand, the sound of US house and garage, to convert over here to what we interpreted the sound was magical. The roots are from the States. As we gave birth to our sounds of house and garage in the UK, it gave it a whole new lease of life, and that is what we know it today as UK garage. I want to say many respects to DJ Disciple. Thank you so much for contributing there inside the Garage Report episode today, sharing some of his truths and his facts amongst the scene. Interesting that he said that he broke Todd Edwards over here in the UK. Maybe he did, bringing the sound over. However, it came to prominence when Freak FM got hold of it, and we started pushing Todd Edwards, and then the likes of Tuff Jam and this type of sounds. It all worked hand in hand in perfect harmony for timeless music.
If you are new to the channel, please make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you do not miss an upload.